Welcome everyone! We are the Grin Brothers, and after a little bit of wrangling with how Fallout 4 can't figure out timing unless you are connected to the internet.
Possibly, don't know. I'm assuming it's the game's fault.
We managed to load up to where we last were.
Hello, Ada.
I'm really kind of used to, I don't know why, I'm just kind of used to the Curie robot, even though she was only around for like 3 episodes.
Because it was funny.
Well, it wasn't too different from how you did your Ada. I mean, the pink colour scheme, the giant sort of tank-like design.
I don't think my Ada had tank. I don't think my Ada was a sentry bot.
Oh, you sure?
I know she had most of the Assaultron parts. I do have tank robots. I believe one of them has a skull head and I called him Jesus.
Okie dokie.
I think.
Based on my limited experience with you, I estimate a 65% chance of making it out of here. Not
yeah.
An increase in effort could have an impact on the odds.
Our biggest obstacle is figuring out directions.
Because I want to take this power armor home.
Even though you never use them.
Mm-hmm. They're nice to collect.
I think that's called, you know, a problem. You know, collectomaniac troubles.
Well,
Do you have to get a bunch of chairs and form a circle?
it can only be kleptomania if, you know, the person you're taking it from is alive.
I wonder if someone's gone to one of those like anonymous group meetings and just started playing musical chairs at the very moment they walk into the room.
What's the point in disarm as an option if it doesn't work? Oh, yeah, the boss. Other boss. Boss number 2. She's around here somewhere.
I don't know, a human seems to...
Hello.
Oh, they're power armor. Oh, that one's got
That's
robot.
a robot.
Assaultron Gorgon, that's pretty cool. I thought
Sorry,
that was another
Ada.
person, but it was just a mannequin. Oh, come on, you should have gone flying! You've disappointed me, skullhead robot. Good job, Ada. Oh, you going flying in this? What the? Oh, it was exploding laser beams. Okay.
She's dead.
Shame there's no, like, last line before death.
Oh well. 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Good job, human.
Wait, 6 of 1? There's more of them?
Nice.
Special weapon. Some special power armor pieces as well.
Can you become over-encumbered whilst you're in power armor?
Yeah,
Ah, okay. I'm surprised it didn't happen.
it has.
Oh.
At least you know what that means. I can take everything without fear of being over encumbered.
And we're almost towards the end of the game here, you know. So I'm not sure the purpose of it.
I can take everything.
I mean, it's not like Bethesda are suddenly going to update Fallout 4 with another DLC expansion.
Or maybe they realise that 76 is not going to make them money.
Yeah, but Fallout 4 wasn't, well, it was well received, but it was also negatively at the same time.
Fallout 4 sold better when Fallout 76 came out.
I know.
May also be because Fallout 4 became like £5.
But now, I remember hearing a lot of complaints in comparison to this compared to Fallout 3 in New Vegas. I think it was, again, like the speech wheel mechanic, you know, being a lot more simplified and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's a weapon, isn't it? Not that. Where is it?
I mean, it is a weapon, but
I mean-
not the one you just picked up. So, you can use an Assaultron head as a weapon?
Yeah.
Well, you just like shoot a laser then, or... What do you whack with it? Just kind of...
Oh. How weird. Oh, I see how it works.
my tab. Fair enough.
Gives you rads. You have to load to charge.
Oh, then like the reload button.
Yeah.
So, let's see here. Things to talk about. Well, there's this one quick thing I wanted to mention, which I can pretty much only mention in this playthrough because it's an 18 rated game, and I want to be able to just reference it word for word. Someone found there's this one drawing, and I never thought of it, but you know how I like incorrect quotes, and when someone can find because I've like follow on Tumblr like a Soul Calibur one, and it's just brilliant when someone can find two characters and find a quote from another series which just fits them perfectly. Well, someone did that with Shantae and Risky Boots using Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
Okay.
It was from the first season of Dragon Ball Z Abridged. I'm surprised it took this long. And the caption was like, that's it. That's their relationship. And it was Shantae to Risky Boots. Who's, well, that's not very nice. Of course not! I'm fucking evil!
Yeah, it's pretty accurate.
Even better, I'll include a link in the even better is the facial expression. It's just it just looks like Risky's finally snapped from Shiny's constant offers of friendship. That's effectively the ending of the pajama party of DLC of Shantae.
Yeah. I'm just glad they openly referenced the fact that they became friends and ignored that entire game.
Again, Shantae Half Genie Hero felt like a kind of an attempt to do a soft reboot, you know, more like a fresh beginning for people because it was the first one which was releasing on multiple systems all at once.
Yeah.
Whereas the others were all stagnated in their release. I mean, even with re-releases, I don't think many people have actually played the original Shantae. I wasn't a big fan of it. It's, you know, an open world game on a Game Boy is just kind of hard to pull, you know, Metroidvania on a Game Boy is just kind of hard to pull off. And it was a Metroidvania in a way I wasn't too fond of. I never knew where I was going, if I was going the way I wanted to go.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to, I didn't want to stray too far off the next destination because it was early on in the game, and I never figured out my way. I mean, the only reason I ended up getting Pirate's Curse was because it was on a heavy discount. But I'm glad I did, because I really enjoyed Pirate's Curse.
I don't know how to get out.
Yeah, we said about that earlier. It's our biggest obstacle is our lack of directions.
I think maybe.
Well, I guess there's two ways I could spin it off. I guess I'll talk about the more obscure fun before going back to it. It's one that it's something we talked about in our emergency upload video I've got saved. But of course I haven't uploaded said emergency upload because we haven't had a need for it.
What is our emergency upload?
It's just random clips of our sort of like opening bits.
Oh.
Much like that one Christmas special I did the previous year.
Okay.
And I've got enough parts to do an emergency upload 2, and we'll probably have enough parts left to do an emergency upload 3. Just have them just in case. Oh gosh, that Abernathy farm sending their monstrous rust devils at us. We should really just sort them out, you know?
Really, I think the biggest sin they've committed is making their building not just a straight path. Was I supposed to go up these stairs?
Yeah, but in this emergency upload, we talk about a game called, I think it's Forgotten Anne? The one which has a very Studio Ghibli art style and that creepy, terrifying chest-faced man.
Yeah, when we were just browsing the eShop store.
That's apparently under a, I think it's a 50% spring discount sale at the moment.
Easter sale, yeah.
So
probably download that.
I was considering it, but I'm not huge on download games. Oh gosh.
Take me 10 minutes to get out the building.
Oh, we should have checked that first before recording. My security thing.
Thank goodness
It's red.
you're out of that.
Oh, that's fine.
Think your job is done.
What do you mean it's fine?
I refuse to cooperate until you provide a body that meets my standards.
Yeah, so definitely have to scan the computer after this.
Yeah, be an idea.
Yeah. I mean, technically I could do it whilst we're recording, but I imagine that would lag everything.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time. We are playing Fallout.
Yeah, true. I mean, the game itself lags. Maybe it'd sync things up.
Maybe.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that because it was a game that we were both curious about, so... And of course, on the previous topic of Shantae, Shantae 5 got announced, and is apparently scheduled for this year.
Oh, that's cool.
Did you not know about that? I thought I'd mentioned it to you before. Yeah, Shantae 5 got announced.
I think I saw it.
For release this year. Shantae's hair was done in the shape of the number 5.
I know they were teasing it. I was like,
Um,
oh cool, another Shantae.
They showed like only a sort of brief gameplay image, you know, still keeping the half genie hero art style. I have a feeling they may try to go back to the Pirate's Curse Metroidvania style now.
Yeah.
Because obviously with half genie hero, the idea for its level structure was to was purely for the benefit of it being a crowdfunded game.
Yeah.
I feel. You know, one, it was a way to ease people into the sort of series of Shantae, and two, it was just easy to do given the bigger budget, well, the sort of budget limits that they had. Particularly in the fact they were going with hand-drawn rather than the easy-to-do pixel art. Or at least that's what I imagine is the case. Can you knock it out?
I don't remember the button. Oh.
There we go. It's like watching a guy trying to figure out how to activate the wind wipers of their car. Why would you do that?
What, shut the door?
Yeah, shut Ada in.
Well, one, I'm pretty sure she can open doors. Yes, see.
Jolly good.
Come on.
I'm not going through the doorway though. Oh, you don't want anyone to steal it?
Yeah, because the Rust Devils have been known to try and use power armors, and then it's like, oh, cool. That's cool.
With the Abernathy farm so close, it is something to be worried about.
Sure. What do you mean I can't put a door in there?
Yeah, like, Shiny Half
Are you
Genie...
kidding me? It's very clearly a door frame.
Yeah, Shiny Half Genie Hero, like, I prefer linear games, obviously, but I kind of feel the problem with it is they tried to blend the Metroidvania style with their linear gameplay. Like, the constant revisiting of levels didn't work quite as well.
Yeah, they tried something different.
Yeah, I mean, I think a linear gameplay style of Shantae would have been just fine, but it was again the weird sort of combination that they went for.
Yeah.
They needed to lean towards one or the other.
Revisiting levels is annoying, basically.
Yeah. Like, I'm okay with I feel that you can already sort of have a...
Oh, I'm supposed to...
Like, the expansive levels was okay. It was the more that you had to revisit them more than once. I mean, heck, more than twice all the time. Unless you'd been paying attention, sometimes not even a clear direction of which way you needed to go to find the specific thing you're looking for. Because we took a long time before we found everything we needed.
Well, a real pain in the neck.
What else do you know about the Meta?
Quite simply, it's the first time General Atomics produced a successful union between organic matter and robotics. The brain is used both as a control...
You think we'd already know pretty much a lot about the Robo-Brains having
We
some
do.
detective a case with them.
I just like asking questions.
These robots, which caused them to be a bit, shall we say, unhinged.
I liked how human Ada is.
Brain will have some of the answers that we've been seeking.
Like a robot, like a typical robot wouldn't need to pause.
Guess it is just like a synth.
Kind of.
A union of organic matter and robotics? Sounds an awful lot like a synth.
Not at all. The Robo-Brain was built with a very different design philosophy in mind.
It was built with preservation in mind.
Was to use the human brain to augment the
Oh,
Free
fair enough.
thought and individuality was never intended.
Ah.
These were expressly built like soldiers to follow
Yes.
I thought, ironically, that's more akin to what the Simps are like.
You know those
Because
little...
the Simps are supposed to follow the Institute's commands.
You know those little bins with the glass domes protecting the vulnerable brain and little wheels?
Yeah.
They are our war soldiers.
Of course. It makes perfect sense that the Mechanist would not only keep its location a closely guarded secret, but would secure it against intrusion as well. I'm terribly sorry.
Yes.
I hadn't considered that possibility at all. I'm afraid when it comes to assisting humans, I'm not doing very well lately.
You're being
being
helpful.
Don't be ridiculous. If it wasn't for you, we couldn't have gotten this far already.
That's kind of you to say. Ever since I let my friends die in that cave, I chose the route we took the day
Wait, let? I don't mean that you failed to protect them, not I let them die.
still be alive. Sometimes
It seemed funny at the time.
with my personality mode set permanently to disable.
You're an individual, or don't think that way?
You're an individual sounds a bit odd, really, in terms of the flow of the sentence. But then don't think that way sounds a bit harsh. Let's go with you're an individual.
Personality defines you as an individual. Never let that go.
You're right. All of the good memories I've experienced being
It just seems
my personality mode was shut
a
down.
bit of a jump for that speech, as it were.
I really think
It's like you just wanted to have something that could be quoted.
I mean, yeah, don't you?
I've distracted you for long enough.
I want my words to be on everyone's grave.
With our new friend Jezebel. Hopefully, she'll be able to grant us access to the Mechanist's facility, and we can put an end to this nonsense once and for all.
Yes, let me also dump all this junk I'm carrying.
That would also be handy. Nope, yeah, typical lag.
Don't care, provisioner.
Yeah, so I'll scan the computer after we've recorded this episode, because we don't need to turn any of it off to do the scan at all, I don't think. The only thing that gets in the way of the scan is if the internet's on.
Sorry,
Sorry,
Deacon.
as in if I've got the...
The only
the
shenanigans
browser.
I'm up to
So
is
it's called
stopping the evil mechanist.
Um,
Okay, so it was weird. I forgot that.
tiles
So
exist?
in my account, I've got a building there, and for some reason I thought there's still supposed to be a building there.
I'm impressed you can remember your, what your world of Fallout 4 was like, given it's been ages since you played it.
It's where I store my magazines and bubbleheads. I've got it as like a full display room, and it was horrible and terribly built and took me a long time to do. Gadle waddle. This box is now a dumping box.
It was once well organised, not anymore! Let's see, something else.
Oh, we got
So,
a
yeah,
new-
so you kind of already know about, but at the Silverwing's wedding,
Hmm.
I ended up talking to Silverwing's boss.
Oh, yeah.
And this was a conversation which I thought had gone very well, though Mum sort of ran up, sort of like with a worried expression, sort of checked things, saying, "Oh, don't worry about him. He says everything that's on his mind," sort of thing. Kind of like as if I had to be, people had to be warned about talking to me.
Yeah.
I'm not that blunt.
I don't know, if you listen to yourself,
Yes, I have a wonderful voice.
you're pretty blunt.
But apparently I was right in making a good impression because he runs a school, obviously, got a present from some Chinese visitors. And he remembered that I had a conversation with him about tea, and so he gifted it to Silverwing to gift to me. So now I have a box of Chinese teas. Now I just need to learn Mandarin because it's all in, a foreign language.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard, just Google Translate it.
Yep, I'm sure this tea will not be a problem. Tea of poison. I'm sure that's perfectly good.
Goddamn. There's so much junk. How did we get to this point, Liam? Why didn't you stop me picking all this stuff up?
I told you not to!
What a terrible person.
It's literally recorded. You can listen back to it yourself when you edit the video.
Haha, you think I watch our stuff?
But I know you don't watch it, but you still have ears, so you'd still hear it.
Wolf ribs, sure, they can go away. Okay, what the hell is weighing me down then?
Wolf ribs sound good. I've finally got some pork ribs. I've been wanting pork ribs for a while.
Oh wait, I've got a bunch of guns.
And I finally got some purchased. Whilst you continue sorting that, we'll end the episode and restart when, well, one, the scam's finished, and two, when you're sort of getting started on Jezebel's robot body.
Did you just call her Jezebel?
I don't know, can't remember what her name was. I thought that was it.
Jezebel.
Okay.
Not Jezebel. That is like her porn actress counterpart.
Why would that be... what?
Oh.
I thought it would be some mascot for a fizzy drink corporation at best.
Jizz. It's a sex... You know what?
How is jizz a sex thing?
Just
It's bubbly.
not fizz.
With a bit of a zipper design. Yeah, jizz.
Jizz is...
Got zzz in it. How can you make anything zzz pornographic? That's just weird. I can't imagine that'd turn anyone on.
Jizz is another term for, like, coming. Come.
To arrive at a destination?
No, the penis. Orgasm.
To arrive at the penis?
The penis orgasming.
Oh. Okay, I know that last one.
The sperm that was released. That is jizz.
Man, people come up with some weird terms.
Kind of just assumed you knew it because it was a pretty common one. But, lo and behold, you had no idea.
After that pleasant conversation where you ruined my impression of what the name Jezebel.
Jezebel. The name is Jezebel.
Cheerio,
not Jezebel.
everyone!